Hi everyone, my name is Eliza and this is Eliza's Bookshelf. Today I'm going to do my August TBR. And it's just so crazy to think about because we're more than halfway through the year already and I just have a lot of books that I have to read. But I recently redid my upstairs bookshelf and it's still under construction. It's still not exactly how I want it to be. I still need to do more decoration stuff and stuff like that, but most of the books are on the bookshelves and I guess that's it. So I have 4 bookshelves in there and I put like the leftmost one as my physical TBR, like books that I really want to get to. I say that because I have a lot of books like everywhere that I have not read yet. So it's not like totally inclusive of all the books that I need to read, all the physical books that I have not read yet, but it's definitely the ones that I want to prioritize. So I use my whole left bookshelf for that. It's all the books that I want to read soon. Oh my gosh, my TBR is a mess. But anyways, so I am using that shelf to do like a dice TBR game here. But on top of that, I do have a lot of book of the month books that I want to read because there is like August, September, October, November, December. That's 5 months left in the year and I definitely still have a lot of books to read on book of the month. My goal for the rest of the year is to like, you know, completely empty out my book of the month need to read list. And so there is a lot. And the problem is I just keep buying it every month. So it keeps adding up. I think at the beginning of the year, I did like this self-destruct video. Basically, it was just all my book of the month books. And I think at that time I had just had like 30 something books and I read a lot. And I'm still at 25. So I need to read 5 books of book of the month every year, and this is every month, and this is assuming that I will not get any more books, which is totally not realistic. So I'm gonna have to bump up my book of the month game because I am really behind. So for my August TBR, I'm going to pick 5 books on my TBR shelf and then 5 books on my book of the month. And now that I'm thinking about it, I am stressing out because I have NetGalley books I need to read too, but I think in August, you know what? I think only one book I don't know, actually. I think there's only 1 or 2 books that I need to read. I think it's Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel McGriffin, I think that's her name. And then like this random Christmas book that I requested, The Christmas Wager. I might pop that in the end. But yes, I am prioritizing my physical TBR shelf and then I am going to do book of the month. Oh, and also I want to read this book because it is being re-released in August, so I'm excited about The Outlaw Mage. I am definitely gonna read this. Oh my gosh. Actually, I have to read this, and then I have to read Fae Champion, and then I have to read another book that I am helping promoting. So I have like 3 extra books outside of these books I'm going to pick today. So I'm a little overwhelmed, especially since I read just like 10 books a month on average. June is not looking too good because I was on a good track, but I have been like not finishing any of books that I've been reading, so I'm in the middle of 4 books right now. Overwhelming. But anyways, so let's get into the books that I'm choosing. First, let's go over the book of the month because that's a little bit easy to pick. I can just use my app right here. So I have 25 books to rate. So let's just pick 5 books that I need to read. I'm already in the middle of The Only One Left, so I'll just finish that. I do want to read a debut darling because if I finish one debut darling, that will meet my last debut darling for the reading challenge and my last book boss. I've already finished like the page pusher. I read like 5 page pushers. Anyways, all right, so let's go into debut darling and see what I have to read. I have Ariadne and Ink Blood Sister Scribe and Susie Luo. Okay, I want to prioritize Ariadne because that is a book from last year. And actually, it doesn't make any difference because I have to read it all. I'll read Inkblood Sister Scribe. Okay, so I have The Only One Left. I have Inkblood Sister Scribe and then 3 more books that I'll have to read. Let's put in some short books because I'm just gonna give myself a little grace here. I think Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk is very short, and I think Marlena is very short. So there are some short books. And then let's mood read one. Gosh, I'm such a bad mood. I mean, not like bad mood, literally. I'm just like a bad mood reader recently. because I keep jumping around. Let's see what I want to read. I kind of want to read Tina French, The Trespasser. This is honestly what got me into Book of the Month a long time ago. So this is, and this is so sad because I haven't even read it, but a long time ago, I believe like 2016 or something, I saw The Trespasser on Book of the Month and I was like, whoa, okay, let me sign up for this book subscription box. And that's basically what got me hooked this whole time. Oh my gosh. Okay, stop. Okay, so those are my 5 books for Book of the Month. So The Only One Left by Riley Seiger, Inkblood's Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, and Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk, Marlena, and The Trespasser. I'm so excited for my Book of the Month journey. Okay, now let's get into my TBR shelf. So I am going to be rolling the dice. I am going to be picking out 5 books, and I know I'm not going to get to all of them, but at least it'll give me some like mood reading choices. So I'll pick 5. I luckily found these dice somewhere. I bought a lot of these for my kids a long time ago and they just played with it and lost it. So I was scrambling somewhere to find these little things and finally found them in like this little box of Left, Right, Center. If you guys have never heard of Left, Right, Center, the game, or Left, Center, Right, whatever it is, just look it up because it's a really fun party game and it's really good for people of any age. Like my son was playing and then my mom was playing over here, and sometimes my mom doesn't really know what's going on, but she knows when the money comes to her. But anyways, just look it up. It's a really fun game, but I found this in that little box and I'm not even sure that this belonged in there because when I was thinking about it, I was like, you don't need these dice to play this game. But anyways, whatever. Okay, so my TBR shelf upstairs has 6 shelves. So I'm going to use 1 dice to pick which shelf to pick off from. And then I counted, I think like each shelf has about like almost 20 books. So I'm going to use 3 dice to then pick which book on that shelf to read, if that makes sense. Anyways, I know it's not going to be like, you know, very well done or whatever because the minimum I can get on my second roll is 3. And so if you think about it, books 1 and 2 will never get read. But whatever, we got to start somewhere. So I am going to roll these and pick my books. So I'll be back. Okay, so this is my TBR shelf here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's organized by like romance books up here, and then I go into like science fiction, fantasy. What is this book here? Oh, I can't even see it, but it's To Hunt a Demon King. Anyways, okay, so like fantasy books, fantasy, sci-fi. I don't know if there's some sci-fi in there, but mostly fantasy. And then down here it kind of gets, oh wait, more fantasy? And then like some mystery thrown in there. Down here is like a hodgepodge of things, like it's regular like literary fiction, mystery thriller. Yeah, so random. Okay, so let's do some rolling here. Just hold the camera. Okay, so let's see. That's the first one. So shelf number 2, and then we'll roll these 3 dice to see what book on that shelf. Okay, so 12. My math. Okay, so shelf number 2, book 12. This is so fun. Let's see. Okay, shelf number 2, book 12. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Always in December. My God. Oh, I wish it went to this one. But anyways, I'm only saying that because this is like a holiday type of book. And I honestly don't know if I even read it before. Anyways, ooh. A chance encounter during holiday season brings 2 people together, then quickly tears them apart. But fate intervenes again and again in this romantic debut novel in the tradition of Me Before You. How cute. Okay, I'm excited. I need to peel this darn sticker off. Okay, book number 1. You go over there. Okay, so let's do this again. This is so fun. Okay, so shelf number 1, another romance book. Jeez. And 14. So shelf number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, I've been wanting to read this one. The Boyfriend Candidate. I got this at the San Diego book crawl, but actually maybe I'll just tell you guys about the books later when I go downstairs. Okay, so let's see. Let's figure out the shelf. 3. Okay, another genre. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So shelf number 3, book number 11. I like how I'm getting books in every shelf. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa, finally. This is book 2 in the duology by Hannah Witten. I think it is duology, so I think it's done. Book 2. I don't know, but I'm excited for that. Okay, and then 2 more books. Let's see. Shelf 4. This is so cool. I'm hitting every shelf. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 4, this is shelf number 4, book number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, yes. There Will Come a Darkness. I think this was marketed a long time ago as like similar to Six of Crows type of like found family type of thing. But I think I got this as a book box subscription a long time ago. Was it signed? You know what? I don't know if I got it in a book box, but I'm excited for this one. Okay, so that's 4 books so far. I am going to do one more, and that'll be my August TBR. Oh my gosh, so cool. Shelf 5, and that is 14. Shelf number 5. How lonely. Shelf 6. Okay, shelf number 5. Wait, what did I get? 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes! The Butterfly Garden. This is, yeah, see, like this is where it starts the hodgepodge of things. This is like a crime fiction book, I think. I heard it's really, really dark. So yeah, let's grab all my books downstairs and reconvene there. Okay, I am back downstairs and I'm so excited about my TBR picks of this dice game. You know what? I've been trying to make like some crazy TBR game this whole time, but this is very simple and honestly brings me so much joy. It's so fun seeing which shelf I'm going to get and which book I'm going to get. Anyways, okay, so I realized I didn't really talk about my book of the month picks, so let's talk a little bit about that. The only one left by Riley Seiger is, it's like a gothic horror type of book about this girl who supposedly murdered her family a long time ago. She was the only one left, right? And her parents died, her sister was dead as well, and she was the only one left, and she was holding a knife that was bloody. She looks very suspicious, right? But she insists that she did not do it. And so she goes on with her life. She's like now in her late decades of life, and she requires a caretaker, and she has a new caretaker that's going to help with her home and stuff like that, but she's finally like, hey, I'm gonna tell you all my secrets now. So yes, it's apparently in the 80s. It says it's very creepy, haunted house-like, and unreliable narrator. So I'm excited for that. I'm already like a few chapters in. I'm on chapter 6. Hopefully I'll get that completed soon. I think Sam started reading it and I'm pretty sure she's done already. So that's one. Inkblood Sister Scribe. I honestly don't know what this one is about, but I just got one in the mail from Goldsboro and I really like that edition. Let's see, this one is a page pusher. It has multiple viewpoints. It has LGBTQ plus themes, and it's a book about books. Maybe that's why I ordered it. Let's see the synopsis. Let's not, that's a long synopsis. Okay. And then the other ones I decided to read is Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk and Marlena. These were one of my like first books that I ever got on Book of the Month. And initially when I started Book of the Month, I started it because I was like, hey, let's widen my, you know, book choices and really go out of my comfort zone. So I think these both are literary fiction, which is not a genre that I, you know, lean towards. Later on, like in the recent years for Book of the Month, I definitely did just pick like romance or fantasy, thrillers and stuff like that because I know what I like and I know what I'll read. And so a lot of my older books are things very out of my comfort zone. So those are two. And then the one I wanted to pick up is Tana French. I honestly don't know what this one is about, and I don't even know if it is within like the same series that I started out with for her. It is an intricately plotted thriller and a love letter to strong-willed women. So good. Yeah, there's like a series that Tana French wrote, but I don't know if this is part of that series. Anyways, I'm excited for that. Wait, look, Tana French's novels about the Dublin Murder Squad are among the most unique and beloved of contemporary crime fiction series. Rather than feature the same hero over and over again in each book, a new detective takes center stage. This allows the tone and perspective to change even though the fast pacing and intricate plotting remains consistent. The Trespasser is the 6th novel in the series. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why I didn't read it yet, because honestly in the series, I finished book 3, I'm on like 4 and 5, and then this is number 6. Shoot. Now I'm like, should I read the other ones first? We'll see how I feel. So if not, I may pick another one, but let's put that in my goal. Yeah, I do want to pick up the other ones, and I have it back here somewhere. But anyways, okay, so let's get into the books that I got from my dice game. Die game? Anyways, okay, so let's get into the first 2. So there is Always in December, and initially I was like, oh man, a holiday book, but whatever. It's like past July. Let's get into the holiday mood now. Let me take off the sticker, and voila, came off so well. So Always in December by Emily Stone. I honestly have not read any of her books, but I do get her NetGalley books a lot of the times because they're like, oh, maybe, you know, based on the books that you've read, you might like my book, give it a shot, give it a try. But this is a poignant, heart-tugging, life-affirming story that will wrap around you like a hug. I think I've never read this yet just because I know it's not like light and fluffy, like spicy, typical romance books that I read. But I do like the cover. I think it's more like heartwarming. Every December, Josie mails a letter from her home in London to the parents she lost in Christmas many years ago. See, it sounds so sad. Yeah, I hear that our books are more like on the sad story. It's not like chick lit type of thing. Wait, maybe it is. It's not like rom-com. It's chick lit. Anyways, missing you always. But oh, every time she writes the same 3 words, missing you always. But one year, her annual trip to the mailbox is knocked off course when her bicycle collides with a handsome stranger, a stranger who will change Josie's life. She always thought she was the only one who avoided Christmas season, but this year Max has his own reasons for doing the same, and coincidence leads them spending the holiday together. Aglow with new love, Josie thinks this might be the start of something special, but then Max disappears without saying goodbye. Over the next year, Max and Josie finds that fate continues to unite them in places they never expect. New York City, Edinburgh, the quiet English countryside, and it turns out Max has many reasons to stay as he had to leave. But what does destiny hold for both of them as Christmas approaches again? It's a devastating, romantic, life-affirming love story. See, it sounds sad. That's probably why I haven't read it yet, but I definitely should start reading my books. Okay, so that's one. The Boyfriend Candidate. As I was saying earlier, I did San Diego Independent Bookstore crawl earlier in the year. It was in April. It was so fun. I did it with my sister. April, May, June, July, August. We're like 3-4 months out. That's so crazy. Anyways, this is one of the books that I picked up, and it sounds so fun. I got it from the Mysterious Galaxy booth or whatever. I forgot what it was about though, but let's see. It's by Ashley Winstead. This is another one of her books down here, so I have seen that one around. I just feel like this cover is so cool. And Abby Jimenez blurbed it in the front here. The boyfriend candidate catches fire, sizzles throughout, and then bursts into flames. Okay, anyways, let's see. Okay, if I recall from my memory, and let's compare it to the plot at the end, I think it's about this girl who... something happens in this building, and she runs out and gets saved by this guy, and everyone's taking pictures of them, and so he gets caught in, like, you know, the news and stuff, and he is actually running for some sort of role in the government, and because of that whole, you know, film that people were taking of them, he has to pretend like they're dating. That's what I think, but let's see if I'm actually right. A laugh out loud rom-com about learning to embrace living outside your comfort zone. As a shy school librarian, Alexa Stone is comfortable keeping out of the spotlight. But when she's dumped for being too meek, she decides she needs to change. And what better way to kickstart her more adventurous life than with her first one-night stand? This is not what I was thinking. Enter Logan, the gorgeous foul-mouthed stranger she meets at a hotel bar. Audacious and filterless, Logan is Alexis's opposite, and boy do opposites attract. Just as she's about to fulfill their hookup wish, the hotel the hotel catches fire in a freak lightning storm. In their rush to escape, Logan is discovered carrying her into the street where people are waiting with cameras. Logan promptly and shockingly flees. Alexis is bewildered until suddenly pictures of her and Logan escaping the fire are all over the internet. Turns out Logan is none other than Logan Arthur, the hotshot candidate challenging the Texas governor's seat. The salacious scandal is poised to sink his career and jeopardize Alexa's job as well until a solution is proposed. He and Alexis could pretend to be in a relationship until election day in 2 months. What could possibly go wrong? See, I knew I had like some sort of memory in there somewhere. But yeah, that's number 2. The third one that I picked, I believe, was For the Throne. So, oh, Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition includes special content. Cool. Let's see what that is. Where's the exclusive content? I don't know what the exclusive content is. Anyways, maybe I have no idea. Maybe it's this interview with the author back there. But anyways, this is the second in the Wilderwood series. I don't know if it's a duology. Hopefully it's a duology. Then if I finish this, I will have finished some sort of series this year. Book number 1 is called For the Wolf, and basically it is a Red Riding Hood retelling, if you didn't know. But basically there's the Wilderwood, there's this crazy wolf monster in there, and they had this thing where like if you sacrifice your second daughter or something to the Wilderwood, then that'll keep, you know, that'll keep the people safe. So the first one is called For the Wolf because this girl is being sacrificed to the wolf, right? And so things happen in there, you know, yada yada. Don't want to spoil everything, but there is a second book, and I think this follows the sister of whoever was sacrificed to the wolf in the first book. Hopefully I remember enough to just continue without having to reread, but let's see. The second daughter is for the wolf. The first daughter is for the throne. See, I was correct. The second daughter is for the wolf. Because when I said that, I was like, was it the second daughter or the first daughter? Anyways, so the second daughter is for the wolf. And now it's about the first daughter, I think, who is for the throne. And something happened to her in the first book, and now they're trying to figure it out. So I'm so excited for this one. Oh, I just love it. Look at the chapter headings. And the font is so good. Anyway, so that is another book. I should keep going because this video is getting too long. I could have sworn I got this book in a book subscription box. I could have sworn it was from Shelf Love Crate, but usually it comes with like a book plate. But who knows, because back then... Oh, it did, see? There Will Come a Darkness, a signed book plate. Yeah, I think I got this from Shelf Love Crate a long time ago, which if you guys don't remember, it's like a book subscription service that definitely did end badly. I think it was like in 2020 or something like that, but... Here it says, the age of darkness approaches. 5 lives stand in the way. Who will stop it or unleash it? Yeah, back then I remember a lot of people saying it was kind of like, what is that book? It was kind of like Six of Crows in terms of found family, like a group of different people put together with different skills and stuff like that with a common goal. I don't know. A can't miss debut from an excellent new talent. I dare you not to fall mad in love with the characters, and a story that will pull you toward the explosive end. Cool. Let's see what it's about. Okay. The deceiver ensnares the world with lies. To death's pale hand the wicked fall. That which sleeps in the dust shall rise, and in their wake will come a darkness. What the fuck does that mean? I like read everything and did not absorb anything. For generations, the 7 prophets used their visions of the future to end wars and unite nations. Until the day 100 years ago when they disappeared. All they left behind was one final secret prophecy foretelling an age of darkness and the birth of a new prophet who could be the world's salvation or cause its destruction. With chaos on the horizon, 5 lives are set on a collision course. A prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand, a once faithful leader torn from his duty and his heart, a reckless gambler with the power to find anything or anyone, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. One of them or all of them could break the world. Will they be savior or destroyer? Ah, that sounds so good. I just don't know if this is a series. So if I love it, I'm worried if I have to like buy more. Anyways, let me know if you know if this is a series or a standalone. Obviously I can look it up, but I don't have the time right now. Whatever excuse. Okay, so this one I'm so excited to read. It is The Butterfly Garden by Dotch Hutchison. And I thought this was part of a series too, but let's see. I heard it's very dark. Very, very dark. Okay, so be forewarned. Beauty has never looked so beautiful. Beauty has never looked so terrifying. God. I'm such a bad reader. Beauty has never looked so terrifying. Near an isolated mansion lies a beautiful garden. In this garden grow luscious flowers, shady trees, and a collection of precious butterflies. Young women who have been kidnapped and intricately tattooed to resemble their namesakes. Overseeing it all is the gardener, a brutal, twisted man obsessed with capturing and preserving his lovely specimens. When the garden is discovered, a survivor is brought in for questioning. The FBI agents Victor Hanoverian and Brandon Edison are tasked with piecing together one of the most stomach-churning cases of their careers. But the girl, known only as Maya, proves to be a puzzle herself. As her story twists and turns, slowly shedding light on life on the butterfly garden, Maya reveals old grudges, new saviors, and horrific tales of men who'd go to any length to hold Beauty captive. But the more she shares, the more the agents have to wonder what she's hiding. So a lot of secrets, a lot of like, ooh, it sounds really, really rough to read, but we'll see. I keep hearing that it's very good. So yes, this is my 5 physical shelf TBR. And honestly, I'm gonna throw in a lot of mood reads like Daphne and her readathon. They're doing like historical romance readathon, but I think she said anything can give you points if it's historical whatever, if it's romance whatever, and even if it's not in those categories, you can still gain points for the teams. It's just more if it's like BIPOC, historical romance obviously. But yes, I'm so excited to get some points for our team. And what else? Yeah, there's a lot of books that I need to read because they're coming out. I have them as ARCs and stuff like that, so I'll definitely try to read those as well. But yes, I'm so excited for August reading month. Let me know down below what you guys are reading, what you guys hope to finish for the rest of the year, and I'll see you next time. Bye!